Sonic's Greenhouse Adventure Season 3 Chapter 18. Time to get serious. Once Dr. Denman and our guard named John arrived at Marina's cell, Dr. Denman opened the door.
John, handcuff her.
Dr. Denman ordered as John did just that.
What's the big idea? Let me go, you brute!
Marina cried as she struggled in vain to get free.
Marina, it's time to get this through your head. You can't be with Sonic. John, follow me to the punishment room.
Dr. Denman said with a vicious look on her face as they left Marina's cell with Marina screaming and crying loudly in horror. Sonic was swimming when he heard a girl's screams. It was so unbearable that he swam back and dried himself off immediately. And then he ran over to the locked door to listen more closely. It was then he realized it was Marina's voice.
Oh no, Longclaw, that was Marina! Something isn't right here.
Sonic screamed in a panic as he desperately tried to get the door open as tears fell down his muzzle. However, nothing worked. Longclaw witnessed it and took action immediately. She pulled Sonic into a tight, comforting embrace.
Shh! Sonic, you need to calm down. I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do now. But remember, that mad woman won't kill her. Marina is too valuable, and she swore she wouldn't.
Longclaw cooed as Sonic hugged her back, trying to calm himself down.
You're right, Longclaw. I'm sorry. It's just her screams are unbearable, and I hate feeling this useless.
Sonic said as they ended the hug and he wiped his tears away.
I know that feeling all too well, Sonic. Don't worry. We'll get through this.
Marina's point of view.
I was doing everything I could to stop John from taking me to wherever the punishment room was. Something told me it was just a cover-up or torture room. The only comfort I had was that she wasn't allowed to kill me. But I was still terrified. Finally, we arrived.
Chain her up over there, John.
Dr. Denman ordered as she pointed to chains in the middle of the room. Then as John chained me up, I saw Dr. Denman pick up a whip in the corner of my eye. This made me start hyperventilating, especially after hearing John's description of a whip injury and its pain from the possession virus incident. I never wanted to experience it for myself. However, I obviously had no choice in the matter.
Thank you, John. Now wait outside of the room until I call you in for phase 2.
Dr. Denman said as she walked up to us that John left me alone with the mad woman.
Now get ready to pay for breaking the laws of nature.
Dr. Denman screamed as she prepared the whip to strike my back. Ah! No! Please stop! I cried as she whipped me multiple times. After what felt like 10 hours when it was really 5 minutes, she finally stopped. I was breathing heavily from feeling so weak.
Okay, John, now it's your turn.
I was too exhausted to show any fear, let alone freak out.
With pleasure.
Then I felt him kick and punch me all over until everything went black.
Sonic's point of view.
A few minutes after I finally calmed down, I heard her screams again, only they were 1,000 times worse. But what was more unnerving was the fact that she stopped so abruptly. Oh, Longclaw, something is terribly wrong. I could feel it, I said as I snuggled up to her again. Longclaw was about to say something when we heard someone opening our cell door. It was one of Dr. Denman's goons.
Sonic, come with me. Dr. Denman wants to see you immediately, and only you.
The man said, and I followed him shakily, for I had no idea what was going to happen. And hearing all that screaming from Marina made it so much worse. Finally, we entered the training room.
Oh good, you're here. Sonic, I have something to show you. And to make this quite clear, you will end this infatuation with her.
Dr. Denman said as she pointed to an unconscious and beat up Marina. She had bruises all over her body and lash marks on her back. I completely lost it when I saw the slash marks, as I fell to my knees, sobbing uncontrollably. Then I stopped when I heard Marina groaning, a clear sign that she was starting to wake up. Marina? Can you hear me? I asked shakily as I carefully dashed over to her side.
Sonic, It hurts so much.
Marina cried as she tried to sit up. However, that was a mistake on her part because it made her feel all the pain all over again, only all at once. I couldn't bear to see her in so much pain, so as carefully as I could as to not to cause her pain, I held her close to me as she cried into my chest fur. "It's all right, Marina. I'm here now. I'm right here. I won't let her get away with this. I promise." I whispered into Marina's ear so that monster of a woman, aka Dr. Denman, couldn't hear me. I could feel Marina's breaths were calming down to a more steady rate. I realized she fell asleep for crying so much. I felt so hopeless as I got a better look at Marina's injuries. It's no wonder she passed out. With injuries like these, she would feel a lot of pain, the kind that makes someone exhausted and sometimes even pass out from.
Hey, what did I just say?
Dr. Denman screamed as she marched straight up to us. I immediately put Marina down carefully, right before standing protectively in front of her. "You stay away from her, you monster!" I screamed at the top of my lungs as I felt my dark form wanting to take over. I was about to let it do that when Dr. Denman slapped me across the face so hard that I fell to the ground. "Okay, that's it!" I screamed as I allowed myself to turn into Dark Sonic. Then I used my powers to lift her in the air. Now it's my turn to make something very clear to you. Don't mess with my girlfriend. As you can now see, you triggered my Dark Sonic form. I warned you about this, and you obviously didn't heed it. I wanted to hurt her so badly for what she did, but I knew it wouldn't get me anywhere, so I just stopped my power and let her fall to the ground. We weren't very high up, mind you. Then I calmed myself down and I landed on my feet. You are very lucky. I would never stoop to your level. But this is still a warning, and it's in your best interest to heed it this time. Leave us and our relationship alone, I said darkly before checking on Marina again.
Dr. Denman shakily stood up.
Fine, take them back to their cells.
Dr. Denman said reluctantly as she tried to shake off the fearful shock state that Dark Sonic left her in. Then John picked Marina up gently and took her back to her cell. Then he put her on the bed with the covers over her. The other guard escorted Sonic back to his cell too. Once the guard was gone, Sonic broke down in tears and Longclaw immediately hugged him.
Sonic, what's wrong?
Oh, Longclaw, it's awful. Dr. Denman hurt Marina real bad, just because she and I are in love with each other. I turned into Dark Sonic when I saw all her injuries, especially the whiplash marks on her back. It was only to scare Dr. Denman so she wouldn't harm Marina again.
Oh, Sonic. It'll be okay. She agreed to leave Marina alone, right?
Longclaw said as she held Sonic close to her. Sonic could only nod as the sight of Marina's current state was playing over and over again in his head, so he couldn't stop the tears from falling. Shadow's point of view.
I was just admiring the plush from Maria when I felt something was terribly wrong. Just as I realized that, I heard horrible screaming for over 10 minutes before it finally stopped. Not long after that, I heard Sonic crying. I knew I had to see him, so I went to the bathroom and closed the door behind me. Then I used Chaos Control to teleport into Sonic's cell. I gasped at the sight in front of me. Sonic was a sobbing mess. "Sonic, what happened?" I asked frantically as I came over to his side.
Marina is badly hurt. Dr. Denman did it to punish her for kissing me. She's all alone in her cell.
Wait, how are you here, Shadow?
Oh, Chaos Control. I feel so bad I didn't think to use it before though.
Well, thanks for checking on me, Shadow. But if anything, Marina needs you. Like I said, she was badly hurt.
I nodded and teleported to Marina's cell. When I got there, I saw that she was starting to stir awake. Suddenly, tears formed in her eyes as she screamed out in pain. I immediately was by her bedside. "It's okay, Marina. I'm here. Sonic asked me to check on you," I said comfortingly as I got a look at her. Boy, did that mad woman do a number on her. No wonder Sonic was so upset, for I could see how severe the punishment was put on this young girl. Marina seemed to notice and carefully moved to lay on her stomach so I could see her back.
Can you help me lift my shirt up so you can see what damage she did there?
I nodded nervously, for I was afraid of whatever injury I'd see there. That's when I almost got ill. There were multiple whiplash marks on her back, and they were still fresh. Don't worry, Marina. I'll get a first aid kit and be back at a flash, I said shakily as I stood back up. Marina nodded in agreement. Then I thought about the nearest first aid kit and teleported there. Then I grabbed it and teleported back. Don't worry, Marina. The professor taught me how to do this kind of thing, so you're in good hands. But I can't sugarcoat it. It is not going to be painless, I said as I got ready to tend to the wounds on her back. That's when she started to cry. Thankfully, she held still enough for me to treat her wounds properly. It took a while, but I successfully bandaged her up.
Ah, thanks, Shadow. That feels a million times better. The professor taught you well.
Marina said as she sat up with a smile on her face, which made me sigh in relief. Do you want me to stay with you, or are you going to be fine on your own?
I'll be fine, Shadow. Thanks again for your help.
Well, I'll go let Sonic know how you're doing, I said before teleporting back to Sonic's cell. Sonic then ran up to me.
How was she?
Well, relax, bro. She's alright. I treated the wounds on her back, thanks to me being taught by the professor, a nearby first aid kit, and my chaos control. I explained as I put my hands on his shoulders to help him calm down. He sighed in relief.
Thank you so much, Shadow.
Anything for you, little bro. Well, I have to get back. Silver doesn't know where I am, and who knows what will happen if the mad woman finds out.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks again, Shadow.
Sonic said quickly before I teleported back.
Oh, there you are, Shadow. Where did you go?
I then told him everything.
Oh, I see. Poor Marina and Sonic. All that just for wanting to be together romantically? Dad is so going to make that monster pay.
Most definitely. Speaking of which, I wonder how they're doing right now, I said thoughtfully as the feeling of homesickness took over me.
Yeah, I miss them too.